Well, hello, guys. I am back. I am now launching myself into getting done my swap project for the Ephemera box swap project, or swap from Vianney Creates. So we are to do two, but never mind. I always do an extra one. Of these boxes, decorate it, and then fill all of these little holes with ephemera pieces that can be used in doing crafting. And since 9 of them can be done with things that we have in our stash or that we have purchased, 3 of them have to be things that we make. So I have to make at least, enough to fill the squares of my own ephemera. So that I still have to wing, but we will get to it. But right now, what I'm coming to you here is to show you how I decorate the box. I have not gotten over my hydrangeas yet. This pad of paper. You guys have seen me do the cards, and I'm going to do more. And I want to use that to decorate these boxes with. I think I pulled this sheet out of my stash from Stamperia, but whatever. This, I just fell in love with this sheet, and I thought it would make a beautiful, like, if I put it right here, look, I can get at least, shoot, I might be able to, if I play my cards right. Look at that. Hang on here. This is how we figured out. Look, there is enough that I can pull a box out of every corner of this sheet of paper. And you know what? I have 4 boxes. This makes me very, very happy. So I am going to, because this is what the sheet I'm going to use to cover this with. It's going to be with this paper. I'm planning, I need to pull it. I forgot I have lace here, so I'm definitely going to cheat and put lace along the edge, because that'll make, kind of cover all of this not as exciting stuff. And then, of course, we're going to add the hydrangeas on top. I want to add an Easter egg, but until I get this paper down and figure out my spaceages, because if I remember correctly, I'm going to have to go back and look at my rules, and if I have to VNAs, I think we have to have 3 to 4 elements. So it's not just put paper on it and a bow and call it. No, you want to, when you do a swap, always go to the effort of making something that you would like to receive. That is always this is why it takes me forever to get these done, because I'm always like adding more and but wait, and and there you go, because I do it to my taste, and sometimes it's overkill. But we know that these make beautiful, gorgeous flowers, and I may cut up more, and that might be my, we'll see, because I do want to include, because it's supposed to be Easterish, so this is very springy, but I want to bring in the Easter, so maybe eggs. We'll see when the rest of my dies. But if you guys remember, it does, I will die cut all of these out with the die that adds all of this texture. You can see it on the die. It's hard. I wish you guys, I could capture it on camera, but if you can see, all of that texture you see on the die is imprinted on the paper, and it's just amazing. And I have to make more cards, because the other requirements are I have to add a treat. I haven't, and I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't decided what my treat is, so I need to think like fast as to what my treat will be. It doesn't have to be, at third I thought it was candy, but she actually is giving us latitude to put things or whatever. So I'm going to have to get cracking and thinking. But right now, what we're going to do is get this box done. So give me a little bit. What I'm going to go and do, because this is not exciting stuff, is I'm going to cut down my paper to fit on top of the box lids, and I'm going to die cut the hydrangeas. Okay, die cut the hydrangeas, and then I will be back, and we will start doing a little bit of decorating here. And by then, I will hopefully pull my lace that I want to add around the edge, and what other dies. I'm going to go through the rest of my spring Easter dies to see what I really want to incorporate an Easter egg or 2 or whatever, and maybe a shaker, because I really wanted to do something shakerish with this, and I know how to do this, I think. We'll see. I'm crazy, all right? So remember, you have to keep this all in mind, the kind of a nut I am. So let's get going. So let me do some die cutting and figuring out. Okay, I will be right back. Alrighty, I was thinking of doing this differently, but I actually want to drag you guys into this just to show when you have a predicament, there are more than one way to skin a cat. I've already got all of my hydrangeas over here out on the edge of the mat, all cut up already. I wasted one paper because some people misaligned the dies and completely went, and there you go. But it's all good. It's all good. But I have this gorgeous piece of paper, and I want to make maximum use of the corners, because that's where all the pretty is on all of that. But I have these oddly sized boxes, and by my ruler, and I can't find my usual rulers, but you know what? This one is not bad because it's a T-square, so I can grab it right from the edge. It's given me 6.5 by, I'll take it from, no, I have to do it from this side. But I think I can work around the edge. Oh yeah. By 4 7/8. We're not going to count the hump. So it's not, I mean, it's over 6 inches, so I can't just cut people in 4 pieces and call it good. No. So that makes it tricky. So I have to figure out what direction I'm going to do these, because literally what I'm going to have to do is cut up one this way. And then this one will work. It doesn't matter because this could be like the top corner, because otherwise the butterfly would be taking a nosedive. That would be bad. So we're going to go this way. And then we are going to go this way. So this will also be a top corner. So those butterflies are going down. And isn't it, I'm so glad I bought an extra. Actually, I have 2 extras. So, and then one this way. So that's going to be my layout. So that tells me how I'm going to cut my paper. This I just can't do through the trimmer. Ain't happening, my friends. So what does that mean that I'm going to do? That means knowing my dimensions, I'm going to have to mark it out and cut. That's why I pulled out my mat, because I'm going to have to cut it with craft knife. So I am going to go up. Actually, what I'm going to do first is go this way along the edge, and with my pencil I'm going to mark out, oh, for Pete's sake, see, I'm going to have to, oh, this is going to be interesting, because I'm going to have to mark it, my 4 7/8 right here. But that's okay, because now I can go this way. I'll just mark it there. And since this is a straight edge, I can just, see, now the sadness is I'm going to cut that butterfly, but there's nothing to be done about it, because I'm not going to fiddly fart this. It just is going to be what it's going to be. And I know I can add butterflies. I have a plan. I'm a woman with a plan. So we got this. So I'm not too worried. So now I've got to go this way and give me my 6.5, which is right about here. Yeah, I'm going to go exact. Right, it's right here. So there is my first cut. So I've got my line there. So what I should have done, actually, this is what I should do, is draw a very faint line. So this is a lot of trouble, but I want to do it right. So that's going to do, so I'm going to go all the way around and draw this all out and then grab my craft knife. So give me a second, I'll do the other ones and then we'll come back and cut. All right, children, I'm back. We're going to see how this works out, because I am totally winging it. Not on a Wednesday, mind you, but I'm still winging it. So this is how my pea brain saw this happening. So if you look, I have drawn out squares where each of, no, I have not. I missed the box. Oh, anyway, I'm going to leave that as is, because technically I only need 3. So I'm not going to sweat it. But what the evil plan is, I'm just going to lay down my paper here. It really doesn't, I'm just going to at least square it off to the bottom here. But we're going to start with this one, and I'm going to use my T-square that I miraculously found, which is a good thing because I can't find any of the other rulers I own. I have no idea what has happened to them. That mystery, I'm sure, will be solved one day. But the evil plan is to hold this down well and just run my craft knife against it to the end. And again, it's better to do multiple passes, not, really, really hard, and get the paper to cooperate with you, as opposed to doing it in just one shot. Because I think I've already cut through. You can kind of feel when that happens. See? So there you go. I need to go in just a tiny bit more here and go over. I can go over just a little tiny because I didn't meet the line. But that should be good now, right? Right. Okay, so now all I got to do, turn the paper perpendicular. Is that perpendicular? Am I using my geometry terms correctly? I have no idea, because I have hated math all my life. So those are things that I just binged or purged. I've been, learned it enough to pass the test or not. And because math is not my thing, I will tell you a million times. I'm a word person, not a number person, and I have already gone off a little bit, so we will see. Oh, I know how well I'm going to mask that, so never mind. I'm not going to panic. But I did go off of alignment, so I got to be careful. So I'm doing this while talking and distracting myself a little bit. So there's that little, again, happened right here, a tiny little corner. And there you go. So there I have it. If I grab my box I put right here, we now know this is this corner, but look, see? It covers, it'll cover my box very, very nice. I probably could do, I think I'm going to trim it down a little bit, see? According to Vianney's measurements, it was 6 3/8, but this, see, there's a problem, the different rulers. So I knew there's a chance this was going to be big. That's okay. We will, we're going to be, I may just leave it big for what, and just let it do that, because really it's just nothing. It's like, 1/16 of an inch when you go all the way around. So I am not going to stress it. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and do the other three pieces. So if you do something like this, and what I like about it, and this is why I'm sharing this project, because I think, this is as great as a swap, but we all have crafty friends that we again wonder what we're going to give them for Christmas, a birthday, or whatever. And here you go, you can throw together an altered ephemera box. So and so that's why I thought I would share, because this is just another idea of something we can do with our fancy paper and our lovely little Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is the savior. Okay, so give me a minute. I'll be right back after I cut all these out, all right? Bye. Here's the deal. I have a really nasty tendency of getting ahead of myself. And I started cutting up paper and started brainstorming and totally forgetting, oh yeah, wait a minute, you guys are here. Or not here, but you will be here. You'll be watching this at some point someday. So while I'm spinning on my paper, we'll flip it over that way. Yeah, nobody saw that. So these are the panels. Got the panels all done. God, this is so pretty. All of them. Although, actually, where are my other panels? Because I actually wanted to work. Which one do I like the best? I think I like this one. Or that one. Or, oh, I love that little purpley. It's like, okay, it's between the purpley. I'm going to go with this one. Okay. God, I really wanted to work with, because I have 3 of them that are this way, so I want to work with the one. So once I know how to work with one, I know how to work with all of them. So I'm going to make this whole lid a shaker. Why? Because I'm insane. That's why. Really? You guys are asking me this question? What's wrong with you people? Have you not been watching my channel lately? So I am going to, the whole lid is going to be one great big shaker. Let us see if we manage to pull this off. I have also gone and looking for my lace, and I found this one. This is supposed to be like a snowflake one, and the instructions are on the back panel of this. I'm sure it makes a really cute and adorable snowflake. Do you guys know, I think I bought this lace when my girls were little. As in children. Definitely, maybe preteen at best. My baby is gonna be is 31. Okay, do you think that maybe I should get around to using the lace, right? It's just like been waiting to become a snowflake for 25 years. All right, enough is enough. So, okay, so we're going to use it with this, but I need, but no, wait, there's more. I need to cut out a circle. Not a problem, because I have, all of my, my little, the rectangular A2 dies from the Stamp Doctor. Not a problem. I know I want to make it a 1/4 inch. Not a problem, because now I have this handy dandy. I've been taking the film off. My crafty corners, which, again, remember, we use this to line up the die. Wah! So we do this, not a problem. Except, do you notice something here? Just casually an observance, like maybe I fall short 1/4 inch. Just, Houston, we have a problem, but it has a solution. Again, there are no mistakes, there are no problems. There are just opportunities to be creative. And that is what we're going to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull off the protective film that comes on these pieces of acrylic. And the lovely lady from Crafty Corners, she just rocks it. She starts it on the corner to make it easy for you. So now I just peel it off. Hopefully, but see, it might have just got caught there, because that's where the 1/4 inch. So each one of these is just not etched into the paper. It's etched into the acrylic itself. Now I'm going to go back to my handy dandy. Look, I still have the one from the cards. So I still have, that's where the other, it's still in here, which is a good place for it. We'll take my magnets out. We're going to put them all here. We're going to try to keep them all apart so I'm not sitting here trying to pry them apart. And we're now going to corner our piece of paper, because that's all we need to do. This is not like we're holding it down and stamping it in place, blah, 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 blah. We are now just going to put the die here in the corner. The corner. That is not a very good Boston accent, but that's the best you're going to get out of this California Cuban. Okay? Just saying. Because I'm a mad woman, and I think I can do this. But remember, so did the little train. Wasn't the little train? I think I can. It was the little vacuum. I can't remember now. I can't remember my little cartoons from the kids. Ah! It's because I'm old and decrepit, and there you go. But guys, this year, officially this year, I am a friend brought this up. Actually, no, let me take it back. Not a friend. It is my cousin's daughter. But she's just not my cousin's daughter, my second cousin. She's a friend. She's a sweetheart. And she says, Myra, it's your diamond anniversary. So yeah, figure it out, guys. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to be come July. So I told my sister, God love Steve, who has talked to my sister about doing a party, doing a big, because if you can't beat them, join them, right? So, and I have said, I had been teasing, because the last party I had, a birthday party I had, was when I turned 50. So it's kind of like, I get a birthday party every 10 years. That's kind of like the little running joke right now. So anyway, be that as it may, you guys did not come here to hear about how old and decrepit I am. You're here now to watch how I managed not to screw this up. So we're going back to not the marquee, excuse me, because this is too big to go through the marquee. I'm going to run this through my lovely Empress, and we're going to, actually, just in case, I don't want to, because I think I didn't have a problem with it before, but let's just play it safe. We're going to put that underneath. We're going to put my safe plate on top. Gosh, I've gotten dirty. I need to clean that up. So, and we are going to run it through the marquee. If all goes well and the creek don't rise. This is actually the easy part. This is not the part I doubt. It's my next maneuver that hopefully will not go down crashing in flames. So let's see. Hurry. Come on. Go. I'm impatient. Did you guys notice? I have no absolute patience whatsoever. But I'm 99.9% sure that, yeah, it goes through in one pass. And that is Peachy Keen Dandy. Oh, you know what? It's a little, no, it's, yeah, right here. So what we're going to do is very carefully pick it back up. I'm going to turn it this way. I'm just going to turn it 1 degree, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to run it back through. And we're going to get that part loose. Because I was smart enough not to pull it out. So hopefully we won't get any trimmy bits. And even if we do, it's not going to be super noticeable. And if not, I come armed with a nail file. So it will be okay. Let's see. There we go. It's just sticking to the tape. There we go. So we have our center out, but we still have that edge to deal with. So what are we going to do? I'm sure there's a genius out there watching this that says, I know what she's going to do. She ain't as smart as she thinks she is, because she has no clue what she did with what did I do with it? Where did I just hide my... Oh, it fell. Okay, I just knocked it over. There we go. The Misty. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this puppy around. This is the leap of faith in this part, in what I am doing. So let's see. We're going to peel up our lovely favorite tape now. We are going to put this down. Where is my 1/4 inch, right? No, you are the 5/16 one. You are not the correct one. So what happened to the correct one? Did it fall on the ground too? I am telling you, nobody self-sabotages like I do. There we go. So now what we're going to do is put this down in this Juana now. We are going to line, we're not going to line up the right die, not the wrong die. This is not going to work. And we are going to, so I'm going to go in the center. But what I want is to just leave that 1/4 inch there. So see, now I'll rerun it through. And if all goes well and this Titanic does not go down, because, you know, there we go. Just because I think this is going to work, just because I believe in myself, doesn't mean that this is going to work. But we are going, what do we got to lose, right? Nothing. But I think this is going to work. And this, guys, is how you, because there's a part of my little pea brain recesses says that I have seen somebody do something like this somewhere on YouTube. So it's one of those things that stuck. So this is not like, oh, I'm so smart and I came up with this myself. Yeah, no, I saw somebody else do it somewhere somehow. And that's not so much the thing as I actually remembered. But I think this will work. So this, guys, is how, in theory, you make a die that doesn't completely work for you, completely work for you. So cross your fingers. Okay, here we go. And we're going to run it through again. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Still impatient. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And let's see. There's a part of me that I think I want to run it twice anyway. It doesn't need it, so does it? Oh, I don't need it, but it cut beautifully. Yes, guys. Look, I did it. Isn't that wonderful? I got it. There's my frame. It's still a little off. I noticed that. It's still a little off. This is a little bigger than that one, but, you know, people are just going to have to do, whoever, I will camouflage that. But that gives me the frame to do the shaker. Look at that. And I wanted it to be, I could have made it a little, actually I couldn't make it any thinner. No, I can't. I could if I started taking, a craft knife and enlarging it, and I'm going to freaking quit while I'm ahead. This is a little off, interestingly enough. So I'm going to trim the piece so that they both fit together. Although, how interesting, because I cut them the same dimension. So interesting. I have a little bit of offishness. I'm not going to obsess over it. We're just going to deal. And, oh, you know why? Because I cut this piece with the craft knife, but still I put it up against my Caterpillar and cut it to the same dimensions. Who knows? It's a mystery. I'm not going to obsess over it, right? Because if somebody could sit here and take and notice it's a 1/16 of an inch bigger, then there you go. We'll probably do it this way because I'll put stuff down here and it probably won't be so noticeable, right? Right. Remember, no mistakes. Opportunities to be creative. Okay, give me a minute because I'm just go ahead and cut out the other two real quick, all right? Okay, I am back. I have cut up paper. I have cut up acetate. We have our frame that you already saw me cut, and I've already taped it on the back. I just jumped ahead a little bit because there's no need to do that on camera. You guys know how to do that. So I am ready to attempt. Oh, wait, and I still have to get my phone, but it's right here, right next to me, so no big deal. All I'm going to do is really quickly glue this, adhere the acetate to the frame. And this is the paper I chose is tonic because I have goo gobs of it. And I think I had also recollections in a lavender that might have worked. I think this worked better. And it's a little heavier duty. And then what I did to also just, hedge my bets is I grabbed my, did I already put it away? I did. I went ahead and grabbed the heavyweight acetate from Crafter's Companion that I got from HSN. I went ahead and used that as well. I believe I could even emboss on that. Ooh, now isn't that a thought? No, I'm not going there this time. Okay. We have a little... I wonder if I can fix that with my friend here who fixes everything. I should have caught that before I glued it down. But if not, we will see. You know, again, there are no mistakes. There's just opportunities for creativity. So we are ready to start to make the shaker card. So let me do the usual routine. We got... enough. Now, one thing that I want to do, because this is going to go right about here is where I'm planning on it settling into, is probably put a piece of foam right there to keep this from crushing down. So now I know where to, and of course, no matter how much I try, we're always going to have shaker bits sticking to this. So let me take a moment. Let me grab, I'm literally going to grab the same, although I think, is this the same? I don't think it is. I think this is a little smidge skinnier. So we're just going to go ahead and grab my scissors. Just grab a strip. And again, I'm going to put it right here, give or take. So I'm going to put it like right here. There we go. I'm not even going to untape it. I'm just going to leave it like it is. But that's just to add, you know, just a little bit of support, a little stabilizing right there. Now we're going to pull this back, and I have got sequin stuff, confetti, all over creation because it's like glitter. It wants to go all over the place except where you want it to stay. So now let's start peeling off tape. And then we have our shaker lid. I don't know if that makes it better or not, but there we go. So we have our shaker portion. Interesting why. I think I actually literally trapped air in here. That's a first. It's kind of, I could feel it being puffy where it really shouldn't be, but this is helping. But how interesting that I literally, this sealed so well that it's trapped air in there. Ha ha! There's a first. Okay, so now we have that, and we are going to move these strips around, and I'm ready to, and oh, who cares? We're just going to take these and push them aside because I have to do 2 more boxes. But now we are ready to assemble our hydrangea, and I've already applied all the foam parts to these. So this is the first layer that goes down. So let's just remove them real quick. And this only takes a couple of minutes, you know. So see, these really come together pretty quickly. So I'm just going to press it down. It goes really much faster when you do foamies. The 3D glue is great, but it takes a lot longer, and I'd be waiting for quite a while for it to dry. So now I am going to just take these off. Let's go. Come on, there we go. So, and this almost, I mean, on all honesty, I mean, the paper, background paper, the way I understood, we needed 4 elements. So I'm personally counting the background paper, and then the shaker component as 2. This will be 3. I could get away with adding just a lace, and there's my 4th stuff. But I will add, I'm trying to figure out, I'm going to have to go through my sentiments to find something, and maybe down here so that you can still see. Because that's the other thing. I want this all really viewable. All the background too. So I'm going to go with that. Now look at that. Isn't that like really, oh, I love it. I am really, really happy. I forgot to do one thing, and I really should have rounded those corners. And I've got foam and everything to go through now. That is the one thing I forgot. What is falling out of here? We have a little, what are you? You a piece of paper, literally, or what? Okay. So, I mean, literally, now I have to heat up my glue gun, because the other thing I'm going to add, now when Vianney did it, she did it to the back. So I could either, yes, I have to do the same thing. We'll apply the lace to the back so it comes down. Oh, it's going to look so pretty. This is going to be really, really pretty. So give me a moment. I'm going to fire up my glue gun. I'll be right back. Well, guys, I want to come back real quick with one of these after I've put these together to tell you that Mama learned a new trick. And that was, or 2 things. Don't forget when you're making these, hey, corner round them before you put the foam on and everything. I ended up corner rounding the first one after, and it was a bit of a pill. This one, the other 2 came together much quicker because I corner rounded before, you know. I don't even know if you want to do them in 3 layers, because I had already put this one together without foam, and I still had trouble corner rounding because of the acetate. So it's almost like maybe you got to do each layer separately and then adhere all together. But what I wanted to show you is the dealio with lining this up so you struggle less. So let me do this real quick. Let's lift up the tapes here really quick. Do the corner method like I do, because I think now just doing opposite corners is what's working the best for me now. And of course everybody does their own thing. This is going to be my thing. I suspect that everybody else does it this way too. And I'm, you know, the village idiot who has figured this out late. But we'll set this aside for a minute. And then we're going to go ahead and add all our sequins in. Here is where the madness starts. It's kind of like it hit me. If I'm using this to line up my layers, why can I not use it to line up my layers on a shaker card? So if we just put this down and put it right up against the edge, this is the same size. So in theory, and this works better than communism, letting you know that, because I did it with the other one. It was perfect. I just line it up against the edge. Look at that, guys. Perfect first try alignment. Yes. So there you go, guys. Another use for your Misty that you didn't know. Ha-ha. I'm like, and I don't know that anybody else does this. So this might be an original hack. Look, I'm capable of intelligence. Who knew? So now, and the other thing is when you're doing the shakers, I forgot, my gosh, it's been a while since I had made shakers, and I'm a ding-a-ling, you know, using my Snapping Buddy to remove the static when what I needed to use a dryer sheet. So just rub, you know, lightly the dryer sheet, and you do not get your sequins. This one, maybe I could have rubbed it a little bit more. This one, I haven't assembled them, but on this one, see, this one isn't. So all I got to do is now put that layers all together and glue them together and do my, and add the lace. So give me a second. I'll be right back because we're going to do that. Okay, I'm back. The glue gun has been heated. I've pulled out a nice length of lace. Actually, I should probably just pull the whole thing off and then pull it off of this so I don't have to deal with maneuvering it. I know I'm not going to use all of this. And all I have... Did you see that? Of course. It sabotaged me. Pick that up off the ground. We're going to try that again. So now, we're going to use the other end now. There's always a top and a bottom of the lace, so I think this is the back side. So actually, I do have to deal with this with the tape, of course, because that's the most inconvenient place to start. Let's see. So let me just, I'm going to trim that flower off. You take that here and here. We'll leave the other one there. Oh, by a chom chom. I'm sorry. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and start. I'm not going to start right on the edge because I have to bring it back around. I'm almost of a notion of starting it kind of almost right where the latch is. So I think that's where I'm going to go. So, and this is the bottom. That's very important that you do this the right way. And there's something stuck there, and I'm not going to worry about it. But what you want to do is just lay down a line of glue. And then lay your lace on it. Try not to burn your fingers off, or your fingerprints off, rather. Not that I have any experience in that. And that's all great and wonderful, except that I needed to have started from the other end, because this is the back side. Hello. Okay, we'll push that down and we go over it again. At least I caught on, right? Before I was done. That would have made me very sad. This is like, I'm not, I'm not sweating it. You may judge me if you'd like. Have at it, but I'm like, This was not a big deal. Most of the mistakes I make is because I'm also talking at the same time that I'm trying to do these things. But now I just have to kind of squiggle that a bit to come around. Actually, I need to... There, I think I'll be better. Let's see how much. There we go. I'll come back and pick that corner up and glue it down in a minute. There we go. That's so funny because I would already, when I decided, I hadn't even watched Vianney's, and I already decided to use lace, and then I watched videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, everybody's going to think I copied her. I didn't. I already knew I was going to put lace around it. Now, what I will say is that how I was going to do it was going to be different. I'm like, oh, I like how she does it better. So that, yes, shamelessly. But other than that, no, I really was going to do it. So now let's come, because we are ready. What is that? We have something stuck there. Okay. We're ready to adhere this to our box. I'm just curious how this is all gonna... Oh, I like that. Very cool. So now we're ready basically to adhere this to our box. So now... go ahead and put in another glue stick. Gosh, that's an old one. No, we're not going to use that. Much better. But we're going to be generous, or relatively so. What's going on here? Oh, it's kind of like my glue stick has moved or out. It's really weird. There we go. Okay. Except now I need to put another glue stick in. Right? Oh, this isn't good. I think my gun just broke. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm down to the home stretch on this. I did some die cutting, and I wanted to cut more layers of these to dimensionalize it. I have no idea what I have done with my sentiment. I don't know. I can't find it. It's buried here in the minefield that is this work area right now. And I'm going to give up. I'm going to go ahead and what I want to do, but I wanted to for sure put it like down here because I don't want to block what is so pretty up here, although I have one more little addition to add. But I think, and I started just to cut it out of pink just to back it. And I was really hemming and hawing, and I'm glad that I really decided to stay with the pink, because for the life of me now, I can't find the dye. But I really like that little bit of contrast, and to me, it works. So, you know, we'll leave you guys to decide if you agree with me or not. Ah, come on. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, come on. Thought the glue didn't want to come out. But I'm just going to go ahead and apply my glue to this, you know, my little puddle method. I'm going to just tap, tap, tap that all in there. Just grab enough. Oh, come on. Okay. Now, I want to kind of get this like practically on the first try. Because what will happen is it'll smear glue, and I don't want to do that. So I have my Easter down. It looks straight. Oh, look, I have a line right there. I'm such a Dorcas. There we go. Okay. I think I have a smear here. No? Okay, no. Optical illusion. Okay, let me put down a little bit more glue, because I think this should still be pretty fresh, this puddle. And, no, this one, I like these for this. It's like every pair of these tweezers I have has a specific purpose. These are my tweezers for the puddle method. Those are for removing, oh my gosh, what am I thinking about? The backings of the foamy dots. And genius me that I decided to use this. I can line this up. But there you go. I have got my happy Easter. Let me grab real quick my bleachy wipes. And let me just clean that puddle off, even though I'm just wasting a little bit of glue, but I don't care. I'm going to wipe it down. Okie dokes. And then all I have is the finishing touch. And that's what I have these for. And I had a package of these, and then I bought more. Have you seen in my little Hobby Lobby hauls? So, and they're perfect. Or they're almost perfect. Or they're going to be perfect. So I want to grab a couple of these. So I want to grab this one. I think I can just peel it off with my hand. And maybe I can't. Oh my goodness. Come on, let's see. There we go. Now let's see. Now where do I want to put this? I think I'm going to go right there. That seems like a good place. So we'll put one there, but I want more than one now. Do I want a darker one? Which should I use? Oh, I like this one down here. The kind of swallowtaily looking one. I mean, I'm going to use up. I want to put at least one or two on each one of these boxes just to add that little extra pop. And there we go. Right there, I think on the edge of the flowers. Pull that up a little bit there. There we go, guys. This is my box. This is what I'm going to do. I'm trying not to underdo it. I'm trying not to overdo it. And this will have to lay down a little bit better. I'll get that trained down. But there you go. I'm going to come back in another video, and I'm going to then show you what I'm going to put in these boxes. So, alrighty. No. In case you were in any doubt, no. I'm ready to fill these boxes up, and I open it up, and there. Do you see it? I most certainly do. I forgot to cover this. So I need to make that covered so that, because it just looks unsightly, just looks unfinished. So I'm going to grab some paper. I went digging around, and I found this really pretty embossing folder. So I'm going to emboss that background, and then we're going to see what we're going to add. So hang on a hot second, because I'm going to emboss me a piece of paper. Whoa. Okay, so what I did is I cut my paper, trimmed it down to 5 by 7, and I used some of the Recollections paper, which is a little different from this one. Why? Because I wanted to. There you go. But anyway, so I cut it to 5x7 and I embossed it using my little folder here that I've had for like millennia. Then I trimmed it down. I sized it down because I wasn't sure. I knew I was going to have to fiddly fart with this. So I ended up trimming it down to 4 3/4 by 6 3/8 according to my caterpillar. So definitely start big and then trim down in little increments until you hit what, because all trimmers cut differently. That's why I always say when you're cutting paper, don't switch back and forth between trimmers. Once you start with one, stick with it throughout the project so your measurements are consistent. But then once I cut it down, I grab my chomper real quick, I corner rounded it, and there you go. It fits right in. So now all I have to do is glue it down. And of course, I just did this again. I just had not so much a heck of a time, but hello, it doesn't, because it fits that snugly. So all I have to do is, what tape do I want to use? I wonder. It's going to grab onto something. Okay. Like me. Alrighty. So there. So we just stick it in here and it snuggles itself right in. But there we go. Yay. So at least now it has a bit of a finished look. I'm going to see. I'm on the debate right now whether I'm going to add more decoration because there's not a lot of space there. So I don't want to bulk it up. So let me see what I come up with. All right. So hopefully you got something out of this and my struggles. You learned a couple of tricks. I mean, I came up with one that's new to me because I made it up. I don't know, maybe some other genius person to come up with it. But if you like this, if you enjoyed the making of my little ephemera box, then by all means, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and drop me a hi. Let me know. And if you want to follow more of my madness, then you guys know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe and ding the bell, and you know when I'll be back because I'll keep turning up. And hopefully, like, you know, real soon with what comes in it. And then, of course, I'll share with you guys what I got. So thanks a lot for hanging out with me, okay, guys, again. And I'll see you on the next one. And meanwhile, don't forget, we are all a little mad here. Some of us are so far gone. But come on, scrap the madness with me. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.